Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here. No, he's like, I'm out.
Kimmy here.
Oh my
He's such a good cat, this poor thing. He came up to me first, so I didn't grab, well, I did grab him, but anywho, welcome back, guys. We are going to be watching a newer movie today. This one's called Greenland.
Oh.
Okay. It's new, right?
Yes, it's new, 2020, and I really wanted to see this. It has not been requested at all that much, but it just was something I really wanted to see. It looked good. Gerard Butler is in it, and so Maui. Sorry, like things are gonna start falling. But Gerard Butler is in it, and I'm like, he looks so familiar, but I know him from Reign of Fire, which you guys haven't seen. I saw that movie a while ago, and he might have been in other stuff that we've seen, but I just can't place it right now. And he voiced Stoic from How to Train Your Dragon.
Excellent. What a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
Massive.
It's a good-looking guy too.
Yeah,
I love Stoic, but I just couldn't picture the face with the character.
Right.
And then we see, I'm going to say her name wrong, but Marina Baccarin, and I love her too. She was Deadpool's girlfriend. Beautiful, yes. But great actress too. And we got excited because I have the cast up right now. And Sticks! Scott Glenn.
Yes.
So we have Sticks from Daredevil. I was like, that guy looks familiar. We know who that is.
That's right.
So I know this movie got good reviews. It's an apocalyptic movie, I'm assuming, because you guys didn't see the trailer for it, but you guys have been asking me to just have a baseline of what we're watching is about. So it has to do with kind of like the end of the world kind of thing with asteroids or something.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
dun, dun, dun. So happy, feel-good movie, hopefully. We'll see. I'm like laughing, like, nervous. So I think we're just going to get into it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. What do you think, ladies?
All right. Let's go for it.
Awesome. And to let you guys know, we've been having some technical issues with Mom's microphone, so it cuts in and out. She's using a webcam microphone right now because for some reason her Yeti is still not working. But we will figure that out for you, Mom. So we will try to take breaks so we can hear you. And if you don't mind, you're always so great at speaking up anyways, especially with issues like this. So you are amazing. So thank you, Mama.
Yes. Thanks, Mom.
All right, Greenland.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, look at, whoa, wow.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Where are they going?
Alright, let's hurry up.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, whoa, wow.
Oh my God.
right in the city.
Whoa.
What the heck? Whoa, whoa.
Where's this insulin supplies?
Cabinet, top left corner.
A month? A year? I mean, we're
Honey, you don't know as much as you have.
Oh, sweetie. Hey.
Oh.
Hey, look at me.
Get all his medicine, right?
You really don't want to miss that plane, okay?
Oh my God, yeah, bye.
Wow.
thing is real. That's bullshit! And you know it!
No. He doesn't know. They're so panicky.
I'm sorry.
Get in your own vehicles and follow him then.
Just please get
Oh, she's screaming. Oh, with the kid.
No.
Oh, God almighty.
There's no exception.
Oh, right in the streets. No.
No, Ollie,
I get it,
We
but you
can't, honey. We can't.
Get out of the way. Oh, jeez, get.
Oh, traffic jam.
Oh, Jay.
And everyone's going to drive
you're on a
erratically.
bridge.
highway.
Oh, no.
Oh,
way.
you're not
They're
getting
never going to
anywhere.
make it.
Christ.
Of course.
Oh,
His
his
medication
medicine?
tumbled out.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Look in the back.
Yeah, look in the back for your freaking
Nope.
medication.
I'll meet you on the plane. Just
Don't
text me.
separate. Ask someone there. Do you
Ask
have
if you can
insulin?
get the medication.
He's going back to the car to get my son's meds. Can
Oh,
you please
car,
make sure we get to
okay.
our plane?
Sergeant Ruiz?
What's the
Uh-oh.
problem?
Uh-oh, now you're going to be rejected.
It's okay. It's just I just explained.
Oh,
It's just
they can't take any health
it's not a big
issues.
deal.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You should have been informed. Anyone with a chronic condition can't be on the plane.
It's just diabetes.
Oh,
His medical condition should have been flagged at screening. They're boarding. There's nothing more I can do for you. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. Come on, you can go on
Oh,
one of those planes
my
right now.
gosh.
There are dozens of planes.
You're not on the plane.
He's realizing they're not on the plane.
Yeah.
Wait.
He wants to get out. There's no way they're gonna stop it.
Yeah, they're not gonna stop for him. Ooh, can you squeeze
Jump
out Indiana
out.
Jones style?
Is he gonna?
Let me off the plane. Thank
Oh
you.
my God!
Emergency exit. Oh.
Holy smoke! Oh my God!
And he's getting
pulling
off.
it down because he's getting out.
There's not enough room.
Oh, they're gonna.
Oh no!
Oh, they're just gonna have
I
this.
got shot.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God! People are just so desperate.
Oh my.
Oh no! There it goes.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, all that one too.
Oh. Nobody's getting out.
They decline your son. Your family's not out there. Keep moving back.
Okay, well at least he saw him.
Okay. Yes.
Yep, I knew it.
What's?
Oh, I got looters now?
Oh,
Really? You're gonna start shooting people? People are awful.
I mean, they got 48 hours.
So everyone just goes to chaos and starts killing each other?
No, please.
Go.
Go.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
We got separated.
He's on a plane.
No.
You shouldn't have said anything.
You're gonna get kicked out.
They're wearing those bracelets that we saw.
Crap, don't tell them.
That's a damn shame.
See, I would not tell anyone that.
John, if you can hear me, please meet us at my dad's. That's where we're headed.
It's okay. He's gonna meet us there.
See, I don't like this now because now he's looking back a lot.
Oh,
He's thinking something.
Maybe if he had some different family with him.
What?
Are you serious? They're gonna take her bracelet?
Get him on that plane.
Wait.
Excuses. He's so
No.
blind by desperation. No freaking
No,
way.
don't take him.
Oh, that's the poor
Oh, this
kid. You
poor
don't even know how to take
kid.
care of him. Pulling her out like that. What's wrong with you?
What?
Are you kidding
Are you
me?
serious? Don't go along with it, wifey.
No!
It's got my name on it. Work for you. You gonna give me your license too?
Oh,
No.
As he just said that it's not gonna work.
don't hit him. Don't hit him.
God. Oh.
Oh, that poor guy who's trying to help too, and the poor woman.
Mm?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Oh, the whole thing's gonna
The
flip.
rack body.
Whoa.
Mm?
Can't stand this guy.
Oh my God. No. Someone's gonna help him, hopefully, from behind.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh, his elbow.
Oh.
Oh, killer.
God, he got him. He got him good.
You're asking for it.
Oh.
Wow.
Where are you going?
Knoxville? See, Knoxville. Okay.
Oh, not
Oh, they're just picking up people.
How sweet.
Right.
You do exactly as I tell you. When them soldiers
Oh,
ask
yeah,
you
yeah.
who we are your parents.
really
You understand
threatening
me?
him.
Do you understand me?
If they're gonna ask you your license, is your license.
Do what he says.
That's my son. That's my wife. Somebody show me bracelet. Show him your wristband. Okay. All right, go through. Go. Come on, Jude.
Really? Didn't even check his?
He got through?
Oh.
Where's yours?
Need all three.
They're not my parents.
Oh, man.
No.
Good.
Don't hurt him.
It's gonna be alright, right? Don't cry.
Oh, he's a good guy.
What a sweetheart.
One, two.
Oh, at least he's with them. Okay, that's good.
Oh my gosh.
There he is.
There.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank God.
He's so relieved.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
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 He's a remarkable
Oh.
2 for 1, yay!
Oh, good.
Please come with us.
No.
Oh, boy.
Never mind, I'll go.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
Here it goes.
Whoa. He's so cute. Oh.
Mhm.
Do you remember The first time you met my mom, she was wearing a kilt.
Chill.
She wanted you to feel at home.
She did make me feel old. Remember she had me try to do the Highland fling?
There we go.
Get in your damn cars at least.
I guess so. Oh my.
Right before.
Oh.
Oh,
You can't hide from that at all. Oh, that woman just got it. Oh, direct hit.
Are we saving the guy who's stuck in there?
Oh my God.
Oh, what a wonderful person.
I know.
We can put the kids on our laps. Make some room for you guys. Thank you so
And
much.
also nice.
Oh, thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, oh, relief, hopefully, for a little while. Yeah, look, all these other cars coming in now. Yep, right next to them. Are you kidding me?
Oh, here it goes.
God.
Face yourself. That's it.
Oh God. Oh.
And then avalanche.
That is pretty damn good. Don't show the meds.
Okay, they're just taking people, it seems like. Go, 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 go. Go, go. Don't watch.
Don't. Just go.
Holy crap, there it is. Go, go, go.
Brace it. Brace it.
Hug each other. Are they actually opening up? This can't be.
They are.
This has to be a while after. Big sun. They haven't seen a sun. The sun in so long. Oh, it's a bird.
Is it a bird?
Life finds a way.
Oh my God, these
That's
birds.
hopeful.
Two birds.
Whoa, look at that. The impact. Oh, hope alive.
Oh.
Oh, that was insane. Oh my God.
That is amazing.
It's like so depressing, but I love how they were showing that there's hope at the end, that they survived.
Mm-hmm.
Many have died.
And many stations have been calling out.
Yeah, there are other places,
Cam
other
radios.
bunkers. And even the birds out in the open, somehow they survived. So it was good to see that.
Wow.
Yeah, really good.
Very emotional. Very emotional. It's unbelievable that they made it in time. It's incredible, their story.
There's so much.
Yeah, everything they went through. I just didn't think they were going to make it at the end. At this
No.
point, I was like, I think they're just going to have to hug and just accept their fate, because you always want a happy ending. But in this case, I was like, well, maybe the meteor will, a comet, but meteor, I guess, when it goes into the atmosphere, maybe it'll break up last second, because they won't really know. They've never seen or studied this kind of comet before. It was in a different solar system. And I was like, maybe it'll break up last second, and even though it'll still destroy a lot, if it's like separated into smaller pieces, more people will survive, and it won't be at extinction level or something.
Yeah, but
no, it full on destroyed everything.
It did, and even the prior ones before that, the smaller ones, the fragments, they were pretty spot on with their estimations.
Yeah.
Even in the beginning, when they were separated after he went to go get the medication, and they went their own ways with the wife and husband, and then
I figured no way would they get back together.
I couldn't believe that what the husband did, like just kick her out of the vehicle and just take him. But they're just so desperate.
So mad.
Everywhere.
I'm like, how can you find your loved ones after that? Because I was getting really depressed, because it's showing all these different aspects of humanity that, you have all these good people, but in certain situations, you have bad people too, of course, but in situations like this, everything is lost. Like, everything you worked for, all your family, everything's going to be gone in 48 hours, 24 hours, and everyone just loses that part of themselves, and they're desperate. No one's thinking straight. And to do something like that and to separate a kid for your own selfish needs. And he kept saying, the husband, he kept saying, that poor kid, what a shame. What a shame. Like, we should do something like, oh, we'll do better than her and we'll save the kid. And so he was trying to make that excuse because, oh, look at that face. How can anyone turn that face away? So he was thinking of his own ticket to get in.
That's right.
He was being selfish the whole time. And to aggressively pull his mom, physically touch and pull her out.
That was crazy. Thank God Nathan spoke up and talked to
at the right time.
Yes, that was fantastic.
He waited till he was
not my
right
parents.
there. That was good.
Him.
If he said it any earlier, it probably wouldn't have worked out, and they would have freaked out and maybe even left him there, and who knows. But that was so scary. I really didn't think they were all going to get back together. And this gave me so much anxiety, like all the way through.
It did.
Right from the start, they got separated.
Even when John was in that rack body with all those guys, and the guy was he was going to kill him. He wanted his ID, and he was going to just go for it. He didn't care. Mm-hmm. And how many guys were dead after that whole incident because of the truck accident? It was just...
Yeah, because people just don't care at that moment, and they're just enraged. And, oh, where are you from? That's not what I mean. Like, shut up. You're going to talk to me like that? Like, what makes you better? You know? And I just can't stand it, but we're seeing these bad sides of humanity, you know? And it's just...
Right. And the younger guy that helped him and told him about going to Canada to get, a plane over to Greenland, when the guy heard that, I mean, it was because of your profession. That's why you were chosen. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't because of where you were born, Like the guy across the way thought, oh, where are you from? You're not really from, you know what I'm talking about. Like he's saying you're not even worthy of getting it because you're not really a U.S. citizen. And that's what he was trying to say. Yeah. But it wasn't. It was because of his profession. Mm-hmm.
I know. And the people try to pick and choose why they're better than others and why they deserve something that, it's a random selection. But yes, they were needed. And that's honestly, when it comes down to something like that, we're all loving, compassionate people here. And it's we want our families to survive, our friends to survive, everyone that we love and care about. But in this kind of situation, thank goodness, I guess they thought ahead and made these bunkers just in case something like this would happen. Because it's happened before, and we have a lot of things that happen in our history where history repeats itself, and we do learn a little bit, but not a whole lot, sadly enough. Things do happen over and over again, and yet we've had so many extinction-level events already. Not already, but over millions of years. And it could happen, God forbid. And I really hope not to get dark about that, but I'm happy that they thought ahead, because how long would it take to make bunkers like that? To think that far ahead to make them.
That's right. I mean, for thousands of people to be under there for living
only
for months.
Thousands. And thousands is a lot, but it's not a lot.
It's not.
Compared to everyone else, billions of people around the world, it's a handful of people.
Right. And I'm sure every country has, X amount of bunkers, some more than others probably.
Yeah, so that was good that they actually thought ahead too and had multiple locations. That was actually very nice to hear as a kind of a relief. It's still really tragic though, because I just kept thinking humanity, absolutely, but everything else that we know, plant life, animals extinct.
Right. 75% of all living creatures are going to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Yeah. So you're going to have
that is a huge
basic necessities. You're not going to have normal food anymore besides whatever they were able to salvage and grow, corn, who knows, basic plants. Everything else is completely destroyed. They probably don't even have DNA or whatnot. Who knows, how much they prepared. I hope they prepared a lot.
Yeah.
So all new things now.
Yeah, and what do you start off with? Do you kind of like Noah's Ark? Okay, bring on the chickens, bring on the goats.
I know how much were they able to save there too? Or were they just so desperate because they didn't have any time? They only knew about this comet for a few weeks and thought it was going to be a light show. The government probably knew more first thing, but couldn't say anything, and that's when they made the bunkers active.
Everyone to panic.
Mm-hmm. But seeing the good side of humanity, I really did enjoy in this. I love seeing, and that was so tragic too, but I love seeing all the soldiers, all these people volunteering, the nurses and doctors, all volunteering just to keep humanity going, just because they cared so much about people that they, until the end, were still normal, and they were calm and trying to help people, the nurse. Talking
the nurse
about
giving the meds,
or the meds, and
that MP really trying to, calm down Nathan after he was taken by that couple. And that EMT helping Allison trying to find Nathan. That was, those are all compassionate moments.
I really enjoy that because I can't stand seeing the bad side. I get it does happen, but it really just made me like, holy crap, that really sucks that people are trying to be calm, grouped up, and work together, but then you just have so many too who just freak out and don't care, don't think clearly, and get violent because they think they deserve more, or everyone's just trying to survive. Survival just kicks in and people just go crazy.
They do. And another nice moment was when Allison was on the highway and that caravan full of people stopped and picked her up.
That was amazing to see that.
That was beautiful. They had no room and they were singing. It was very nice.
I was thinking that too because, you never really hear, I don't know, maybe you guys do, but hear people singing in the car anymore kind of thing. And she was like calm the way she was singing. And that was a good moment. And it just sucks because what would you do in that situation? You would never know until it happened. But I want to be there for people. I care about people too. And I would want to pick up people. I actually used to do that at my old job. I would actually pick up a couple people on my way to work who couldn't afford cars. And I would actually do that. But I knew them, so it would be nice and go out of my way to pick them up, which wasn't that far. I just had to pull off on a different side of the road. And they were really grateful for that. So I think, I don't know if I would be like that, though. I would hope I would be. But I would be so fearful that people would be violent and...
Yeah, but they had so many people in the van and she had nothing. Here she is, just this one woman by herself waving for help. I would definitely help. You know what another nice moment was? When John was looking for a ride north and he's walking by these churches.
Yeah.
And these people out in the street and just singing Amazing Grace. Those were really cool because what are you going to do? Just stay together.
Yeah. I love those moments too because that I would want to be together. I would want to be with you guys. I would try to get as many of us together as possible and just be together because I kept thinking I would want to survive and I would try. I was desperate like the characters and I would want to get to Greenland, but I think I honestly, not to be negative about it, but I probably would have gave up. I'd be I wouldn't want to be stressed and die on the road because I wouldn't think I'd make it there in time. And I'd be I just want to be with my family at that point, But I'm glad they did make it. That was definitely a positive thing there. But all the way to the end and just seeing the comet come down. I mean, it's a meteor at this point, but still it's so freaking huge that it's coming down and that's it. And that was scary to see as well.
Oh, yeah.
I was expecting a little bit more action, I guess. I mean, there was a lot of action, but I was expecting more with the meteor showers and more devastation, but that wasn't the focus of this film. It's more about the people. I kind of like that, too, where there's a little bit more mystery behind it. We're hearing things as we follow this family, but we don't hear everything. We did get a lot of information, though, but still we didn't hear it until they had a break or were able to get to a TV or radio to hear something.
Yeah. So. And even in the beginning, when you saw John and Allison, getting together, you knew there was something estranged about them and they were having this party for Nathan. And when they got the alert the second time, well, Allison didn't know the
that was
time,
scary.
And the whole party goers are there and they're like, wait a second, we didn't get an alert. Yeah. And then when they're leaving, can you imagine all your neighbors that you want to take them all and you just saw Allison just grab her, but you can't. And John was right. We can't take them. They're going to say no at the base. They're not going to take them. And now the kids aren't going to have their mom. That right off the get-go, it was so sad.
Yeah, that's hard. And I'm glad he thought about that right from the start because these are people they know.
Yeah,
that they care about. So a normal reaction, I think, would be taking the child. Right. But he was right. Because if he took the child, they all might have been rejected.
Yeah, because it said just the three of them.
Yeah. She definitely wouldn't have gotten in, and she would have died alone, scared and alone. What a bad last few moments. Even maybe hours of her just being alone and freaking terrified. Never to see her family again. That's way worse.
Yeah,
and you feel bad.
Yeah, and you feel bad for the soldiers because they're overwhelmed. I mean, this just happened. They have thousands upon thousands of people trying to get on these planes or get into
and
shelter.
They're gonna die too, and they're staying at their at their position.
And it breaks
doing
their heart.
Job.
They're like, "Why did your mom?" it's a horrible situation all the way around.
Mm-hmm. How scary was it in the beginning where, we're getting all these little bits of information like, oh, it's going to be such a light show. This is going to be cool to watch. And everything's light and happy. Friends are coming over. And just the buildup of everything where, okay, now you're selected. Okay, get home quickly. And they get the bracelets. Okay, and you're just waiting for them to get in the plane. Holy crap, like it's going to hit sometime soon. They said hours, but still you're like, what else is going to happen? There's going to be another hit from a smaller meteor. And then she says, my son's diabetic, the insulin, like that whole thing. I was like, holy crap, one bad thing after another. And that makes sense. I mean, you don't want to select people like that, but survival, when it comes to something where you couldn't really prepare for it, you only had a 48-hour window. The government might have known longer, but still wasn't enough time. They knew about the comet for 3 weeks-ish. That they can't say, oh, well, let's get all the insulin. I mean, maybe they prepared things because the son did survive.
Right, and they did offer him a week's worth at, one of the tents in Knoxville. So they did have a supply, but they were expecting to take far more people, I think, with those Airbuses that, were going to take them out that wound up getting blown up with the fuel fire. But
yeah. But
yeah, they had to conserve.
I'm glad that they did keep it because down the road, this is going to be like generation after generation that you have to keep and know that technology and how to make medicines and stuff. Because even if you can't take people who are sick now, like with insulin and stuff, people are going to be like that again eventually. Maybe, I would think so.
Right.
I know it's like even more dramatic now because of our diets and everything, that diabetes is way worse. I mean, we have that in our family too, and thyroid issues. So we totally understand that and how scary type 1 can be. I'm glad he survived. I'm glad that they did keep all that medicine because, again, like they need to be prepared to a certain extent. I'm glad they were.
I understand the dad. He knows. I mean, he's a smart guy. He's like, no, I want to die here. I want to die.
And we know that sticks from Daredevil.
That's right. I want to die where his beloved Mary died. He wants to die at home.
What a beautiful property, too. Like, he wants to be at peace. He wants to be in a beautiful place where he loved his wife, and brought up his family. And I get that. I totally get that. But it was so sad to see them leave each other. But she was able to see him beforehand because going right to the plane, there's no way. There was no more connection, and you couldn't get a call through or anything. So that was at least nice that she still had last moments with him.
Yeah.
And he made his peace. It wasn't like he was desperate and like
he was very
like, oh my God.
He was good with it.
I mean, I wish he did go because he probably would have made it with them.
Yeah.
You never know. Well, no, because then the plane, like they were already maxed out with 3 extra people.
Right.
So no, that wouldn't have worked out anyway. So he would have been left at the airport.
That's
so
right.
It's scary.
And John lied about his weight. I mean, from 185 to say to 205 at the
or 210. Yeah, like that was insane.
Yeah.
That was a lot more. And they got 3 extra people where they were already maxed out. So I really thought that was going to be the issue. I'm glad it wasn't because I was going to get so mad because I get everyone's desperate. And again, it comes down to being selfish because you're trying to protect your family and they risked that whole plane for them.
Did.
I was worried about the plane and the weight of the 3 of them getting back on the plane.
Yeah.
Right.
Plane, you gotta be careful with that because a plane can go down if you're overweight.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's what I know you were probably trying to say that before when we were talking about it. I apologize, Mom.
Sorry.
It's just with our mics, us saying one word, Mom completely gets muted.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That couple in the car took the son, Nathan. I felt really bad about that.
Desperate and just holy crap, like
got threw the mother out of the car.
That was bad. Yes.
That was so aggressive.
It's horrible.
And again, they were probably good people, but in this situation, people get crazy.
And it was the husband at first that did all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the wife went along. She was scared, but
yeah, and she unlocked the door and let him in.
She was like this and freaking out because she was so scared. But I'm like, you participated in that. I would have been like, F you, leave them alone. What the heck are you doing?
I would have gotten the driver's seat to
be smacking him and everything. I wouldn't have let that happen. I mean, again, you don't know until you're in that situation, but no way. Like, that's someone's kid. No way. I wouldn't attack innocent people, and and
no, they were good people. They're great people.
Yeah, the people in the van. I mean, they were good.
I mean, Allison they were very nice to them, very thankful, and
and just to turn things around. I didn't like. I mean, of course, that's what set off the movie when the whole family got separated and they left the base and they had to get the insulin. The father first, and then when they had to meet up later, Nathan and his mom. and they had to go to the dad's instead of just waiting by their car. But it made sense because the insulin was so low and he was leveling out that he needed
He was
to.
concerned about that and not getting the medicine for him.
Yeah, and then he showed up right afterwards, so it was kind of like a hit or miss, and you're rushing to get out of there. But I guess, like, just having experience with our family and stuff, I would have a bunch of different snacks with me, like, piled in my jacket. That way you have something else just to hold you over a little bit. But for her to leave, like, it just made things way worse, but it worked out in the long run. Like, them going to the pharmacy and able to get the meds, I'm happy they were able to, but they easily could have got shot and died there. You know, like all the chaos.
And that was another nice moment too, where that guy, he could have shot them.
And he put his hand out.
Yeah, and just said, go. But when your numbers are so high, you need the insulin to bring it down, right? So they did need the insulin.
Yeah, to bring it down.
So it was good that they did leave. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was so desperate. I mean, that's like the word of the overview, but it was just so scary. And that's what's so devastating about it too, where you have civilization that just goes chaotic and people just start killing each other and causing destruction and, you know, destroying everything, and people with guns just looting. And I know they were shooting to try to scare people away because they wanted the goods, but to kill people, like, they were shooting up, and then you had other ones just shooting other people, no problem. Yeah. It was so freaking sad to see that. Like, that really hurts to see. And, you know, I mean, you know, but it just, you know, that would happen. You know, people do go crazy and start doing things like that. But there are a lot of good things, too. And I love seeing the good parts of humanity. I wish they did a lot more in this movie with that. We did see some good moments.
I love the moment when Allison finally got together with Nathan.
Mm-hmm. That was a good moment.
That was the tearjerker right there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad she kept looking, because being that scared, trying to find your kid, like, I'd be like, no, I know he's in here. Like, no, check across the street, because then that's farther away from where you were originally thinking. So then you're like, no, because that's going to waste time. Like, I'm glad she went that way. I know it makes sense. There's tents and people are there, pediatrics and stuff like that, to take care of the kids. So that would make sense he would end up there if everything went well. And those guys, the people that stole Nathan, if they made it in with Nathan, you know, then she wouldn't have found him. So there's a lot that would go through my head going like, okay, what's the right choice? So I am glad that they ended up finding each other. And honestly, again, there wasn't a lot of time and so many things happened, even driving all the way to Canada. I'm glad they got through no problem. That was really eerie to see that.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, no one at the gates or anything. It's like, that's insane. But then taking another plane trip over to Greenland, then having to run a mile. Thank God it was only a mile off. I'm glad at the end that they actually picked up all those people, and that also broke my heart too, because they lost so many people they previously selected.
Yes.
That's probably why they had a lot more room. So they were just taking people in last second.
They're like, you're here already to Greenland? Come on in.
Yeah. And
I mean, you went this far.
Even the people at the doors, you know, like, they're at the dangerous part of, like, right at the front doors, still waving people in last second. The countdown's begun, and you know, they're just risking their lives too, and just trying to get everyone in as they can, like, to save people. And that's amazing to see too.
It is. It was really beautiful when they opened the doors and the birds were flying, like 2 birds. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You guys haven't seen the movie 2012, and that's a good movie. Not the same kind of scenario. No, it's not. I had to go back and think about it because it was a while ago, probably around 2012 that it came out, you know, where they were saying the end of the world that year or something. But that was super action-packed all the way through, like, ridiculously so. This one had a lot of action in it, but it was more about the people again, not about the destruction of the world. So I'm curious what you guys think, because I'm sure a lot of action buffs are going to be like, hey, they should have had more devastation that we saw with the meteors hitting and stuff. But we did see a lot of quick, devastating hits. And
yeah, we did.
The first one with Florida, I love how they built that up, where everyone's naive and like, oh, this is great, we'll believe the news and everything's good. And I know a lot of people didn't know at that point, but the government was already flying away and stuff, so they were already ahead of all this. You know, all the normal civilians are just watching like, this is great. And when it hit in Florida and everything just disappeared and went quiet, and you had the sonic boom come over, like the shockwave, that was so scary. And I mean, anywhere it hits, of course, like all of us can relate, like, holy crap, we have family everywhere. But we have family, and Tom on the channel lives in Florida, so that was kind of around the area where he and Heather live. So I was kind of like, oh God, you know, because that whole area was destroyed.
Right, and John and Allison and Nathan, they lived in Georgia. So when they saw the military, you know, flying over, they're like, okay, this is far more serious. And then when they saw them on the television, they're like, okay, everyone book out. Everyone just went, all the families just took off. They're like, this is serious. This is bad.
Yeah. And having all the family there saying, like, let's go home and see if we were picked or something.
Yeah.
Again, this reminds me a lot of Deep Impact, too. So I really want you guys to see that. It's been requested a few times, but it doesn't get a whole lot of votes. But that's a really good movie. I think you guys would really enjoy that one a lot. You want to help your family and friends, but I would be scared, too, because if you're selected, people get violent quick, because just like a lottery ticket, I know I probably overthink things. And I'm not really a paranoid person, but I overthink things a lot. And if I had a winning lotto ticket, it's like I wouldn't be waving it around like, woo, not that they're doing that.
I have a wristband.
Yeah, exactly.
Let
so
me
I would be
in.
like,
Okay.
at that point, once you start to find out like how devastating this is, I'd be like, oh crap, like what do? You just be quiet. And I wouldn't be quiet though. Like I would be telling my friends, like, oh Miguel, maybe we can work something out. Come on, let's all go together and we'll figure it out when we get there. And I don't know, but I'm curious what you guys thought of this movie and what you guys would do, God forbid, if we were ever in this situation. This year alone, I'm sure it happens a lot, but I've been hearing about it more this year, but about close calls with meteors. Not comets, though, I don't think, because, again, they were explaining it on here that they're smaller, but asteroids coming close to Earth.
Yeah.
Yes,
We had a few close calls, nothing like major, and they say, oh, it's nothing, but hopefully it won't be like this where they'll say it's nothing until it is, and they don't tell
it's
anyone.
nothing, and you don't see any military around. Okay, they're all gone.
They're all flying, then we'll know. It's like, where'd they go? Yeah. I think there's one, they said that's going to be really close to Earth in the year 22, so that's not that long, that's not too far away. So hopefully nothing. But I'm not trying to laugh like that, but just, nervous laughter, thinking that we've had an extinction event every so many millions of years, right? So,
that's right.
I mean, some people don't believe in it, of course, but, I believe in the science, and they found craters and stuff to prove that, and so pretty crazy.
Hopefully not in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Our grandchildren's
and hopefully there are a lot of bunkers more than, I mean, this is amazing what they had in this one. But I'm hoping that they have, because in the in Antarctica, in the North Pole, like they probably have a lot of regions up there that are just it's unused space.
Russia,
I don't know if they have a lot of land up there, but just like build a lot of shelters, a lot of bunkers. Just God forbid. But you have to be quiet because you can't tell everyone. If you told the whole world, there would only be chaos and nothing would get done.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty insane. Not to get all depressing or anything.
I know. It's like what?
I know, you don't want to ever think that way. And this was a really good movie, though. I really did enjoy it. I
really did.
I had a lot of anxiety. I don't like getting a lot of anxiety during movies, but I felt like I was running. Like this was like adrenaline. Like holy
good
crap.
thing. Well, speaking of running, good thing Allison's a runner because boy, she ran a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there were so many scenarios where I was like, "How are you going to get out of this?" And even him killing someone, like that was insane. Like I love Gerald. He was great in this, and I kept hearing stoic. I'm like, the whole time.
Oh, right off the bat. Right off the bat,
dragon.
the first scene. But he had to kill a man in order because he was going to kill him for that band. Mm-hmm. But he saved a life at the end, getting that guy out of the burning car. So, I mean, he did what he had to do in every scenario he did. I mean, he went above and beyond. Yeah,
it changes you for sure. But I totally agree there. And those people, they were asking for it, and he was only defending himself. He was going to die first, and he had two guys on him. And I know people were looking and walking away after that because they were like, whoa, he just killed a guy. But I'm like, no freaking crap he did. It's like you guys pushed him that far, and everyone's desperate trying to survive. But I'm glad that didn't become a thing where like the people there were trying to jump him and like arrest him or something, because I'm like, guys, it's the end of the world. People just need to do what they got to. Not that you should be.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we're not going to get the man from this guy. Let's just
just walk away and
let him
figure
go.
It out. Yeah, don't bother him anymore. And I'm glad it didn't turn.
And that's probably why he washed his hands so much when he was into that house.
Guilty.
Yeah,
I love that note he left too. That was so good. That note he left for that family. If we do survive and all this like blows over or whatever, like I'll bring your car back or hopefully. And that was a good message to leave, because even though things are done, you just kind of hope. And again, I was kind of hoping that the meteor comet would actually break up even more at the last second, and then you would still have like major hits, but nothing, extinction level. But and Maui stayed with us halfway through, didn't you?
That's right.
Hi, Maui. He's like, I'm sleeping. Don't bother me. So again, apologies for Mom's audio, because she keeps getting cut off because her mic is not connected. So we're using her webcam mic, and it really doesn't come through that clearly. But you did like it, Mom?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was very emotional.
Very emotional.
I love the energy in it, though. That was good. And following a family, that was neat too.
Very stressful too.
I like that. Yeah, it was very stressful.
And Nathan and Allison and Jen are all together, and it looks like they're gonna, give it a go again.
Like, what do you do at that point? There's so much, like, your whole life is just different.
The situation made them stronger for their love.
Yes,
it did. They came back together as a family. Yeah, John did. He did a bad thing, and he confessed. And I mean, like, of course he confessed, but he knows and he owns it. And he's like, yeah, I did a terrible thing. And even his wife trying to be like, oh well, in the car when they were driving, she wanted to be there, and he goes, no, I did something wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. So I'm glad that they had that established. And it sucks that he did that. And anyone, I guess, everyone's human, but I'm like, look how beautiful and what a good woman she is. And you would cheat on her, but again, 'tis human and things happen. We don't know the whole story, but
and if it was on the rocks, you don't know what happened prior to this. You don't know what their relationship was before that.
Yeah. And one other thing I wanted to say too before I forget is 9 months. I mean, that is a long time to be underground. It was a little confusing at first. I mean, I like how they showed that, and I really thought the movie was going to end when everything went black with the memories and stuff. And I was like, are we just going to guess to see if they lived or died or what the freak, if this was even like, if this was pointless. So I'm glad they showed more to that. 9 months is really not a long time to be underground, because after we watched Chernobyl, knowing about radiation, like, this was beyond any Chernobyl, like, and that's gonna last like what, thousands, millions of years or something crazy. So 9 months, like, that would not happen. I mean, I don't think it would, but
and they didn't see any radiation. They didn't have any
detect
radiation.
any there.
Yeah.
So maybe around England or something. Maybe around Europe.
Maybe in Europe where the big impact was.
Yeah. But I'm glad they showed what happened afterwards, and even the cracks in the earth. I'm like, could that have been, I mean, of course it's going to crack. I get that when you have a huge impact like that, because it's such a huge comet coming down. Is it the actual trail of it too that cracked the earth, because it was so massive before it hit, like when it was just traveling?
And more fragments.
I wonder if it would change the Earth's axis too, like it spinning around, because it was so big. And it was neat to see, in a sad way, but the big impact from space, and then all the smaller big impacts, completely changed the surface of the Earth. Insane, really good movie. I did like
Changed it all the way around.
Yeah,
for sure.
So the only thing I would like to see more of is more meteors hitting, but at the same time I don't like seeing people die, but the action is kind of
those
fun.
lava rain showers were pretty insane too, so that was
so they did have a lot of good action scenes too, and again, people partying on the top of that building, and you saw the meteors coming down when hitting. They're like, yeah, this is great. So everyone's celebrating differently. And anywho, I can keep talking about this movie. I thought it was really good. Right? The acting was incredible. I think the music was very well done, because it just felt like suspense and like you were running the whole time. But I just felt it all the way through. There was like, holy crap, you can do it. Come on, survive, keep going, moving forward. Asking the fans, like, do you guys think you would try to survive and try to get to Greenland, or would you just end up staying with your family if you weren't selected? Just curious. And I'll ask you guys the same question. Do you think you would try and push to get to Greenland, or would you probably just stay with family?
If you were not selected, I would just stay with family.
Yeah, I would too. I don't think I'd try to go.
Because I wouldn't want the chaos of not knowing, and then you'd be separated from your family, and then it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's going to happen no matter what.
It might be a worse death. Who knows? Because, I mean, I'm hoping that a meteor hitting like that would be quick and not like me getting stabbed and bleeding out or something. I don't know, because you just never know. So anyways, we're going to think happy thoughts after this movie, but I really did like it. So hopefully this will never happen in our lifetime or at all in anyone's lifetime, but fingers crossed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. You are amazing. I apologize again, you're getting cut off, but love you guys so much. Sorry. And we'll see you very soon as always.
Love you.
Bye guys.
Yay.